Hello and welcome back to the channel. So I saw this at the end of last week, and honestly I haven't talked about it because there's so much going on with Twitter, but let's get into it now. But before that, I want to recognize the sponsor for this video, and that of course is you all. So thank you to the latest new subscribers, EW Reviews and Irazola. Sorry if I got your names wrong, if I didn't pronounce them correctly. But I do appreciate all the new subscribers, and I appreciate all the existing subscribers as well. Now let's cover today's story. Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power audience actually shrank every week. Of course, we've heard the narrative by now from Amazon ad nauseum about how many views they had of the first 2 episodes. And after that, it got real quiet, and they didn't really talk about it anymore. They didn't want to. Now we know why. Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power audience actually shrank every week. A new report suggests that viewership from Amazon Prime's video, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, steadily declined with every new episode. New reports show that viewership from Amazon Prime videos, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, contracted every week during its inaugural 8-episode run. According to an analysis from Variety, Nielsen reports indicate that the show earned 1% fewer minutes streamed every consecutive week, with comparatively few viewers starting the show in the weeks after it premiered. So what are they talking about there? A lot of people will not necessarily start a show, pick it up when it first premieres, but most people who are going to eventually watch a show will start it within, say, the first 3 to 4 weeks of its debuting. So if people don't start it in the first week, or if they don't start it in the second week, usually it's within the first month. People who are going to watch the show will have started watching the show. Anybody who hasn't started or delved in within the first month generally never dives in at all. Like me, for example. Never decided to waste my time on Rings of Power. I watched plenty of news about it. I read plenty of reviews, and I decided that watching What Bad Show, She-Hulk, was enough of my time wasted, and that was only 20 to 30 minutes a week, so that was too much for me even. So we see the show also seemed to have its largest drop-off after its first 2 weeks, which showed a decline of around 20%. This suggests that a good amount of viewers who did stream the Rings of Power early on gave up on it early on. The Rings of Power's mystifying metrics. It's all mithril and magic. While Nielsen's metrics only measure US viewership connected to televisions, excluding viewers streaming on other types of devices, the visible downtrend is notable in the trade's analysis, which sees it as problematic for the show's future growth. Yet, Rings of Power is still making a victory of its impressive early viewership numbers. According to Amazon, of course, the prequel series saw an impressive 25 million views in the first 24 hours after its premiere. These numbers made it Prime's most watched series premiere to date, but that was the premiere. That doesn't mean that those people stuck around, and in fact, it seems like a lot of people did not. However, the show also saw a spike in demand following October 14th, its series finale, so that is something that's interesting. Maybe that means that season 2 won't be as bad, which is, of course, already begun filming, but I honestly think that a lot of people, if they didn't love season 1, they're not going to tune in for season 2. Rings of Power's big season 2 plans, of course. Weber wasn't the only one who made big promises for season 2. Co-showrunner Patrick McKay said the new season will be bigger and better and on every level by an order of magnitude. And they said they're actually going to stick more closely to the source material this time, which is, of course, kind of a tacit admittal that they didn't stick closely to the source material, that they weren't actually the book that Tolkien never wrote, and that they did indeed alienate a large portion of the dedicated fan base that could have shepherded this series to a very positive outcome. But when you actively work against your fan base, thinking that you're going to pick up all of these new people out of, I don't know, wherever, it's the fan base that helps to ensure that word of mouth is positive, that helps to, even in this day and age, to ensure positive water cooler talk and positive retweets, all the social media sharing, which is a part of the modern water cooler effect. that should have been positive and could have been positive were not. And of course, that meant a lot of people never even bothered to check this turd out. I don't know, let me know what you think, of course, in the comments down below. Did you ever even bother to watch Rings of Power? I did not, and honestly, I don't care to. I spent my time watching She-Hulk as my bad show to watch at that time, and watching House of the Dragon as the show that I loved and enjoyed watching at the time. And it was fantastic. I mean, House of the Dragon was amazing. 10 episodes, every episode was great. Not every moment in every episode was great, and there were definitely a couple of episodes where there was some slowness to it. But honestly, on the whole, I just can't say enough positive things about the season. The characters, the writing, the CGI, whether it was just all CGI or practical or whatever, the sets, the costumes, the CGI that did take place wasn't so terrible that it jumped off the screen at you. I mean, honestly, like the dialogue, there's so many things to love about that show. I just can't say enough positive about it. And I just love how, I mean, this is sad to say, but I love how non-ham-fisted the dialogue is. When you watch a bunch of shows that are truly terrible in terms of dialogue, where the character literally says exactly what they mean instead of, phrasing something that communicates what they mean without saying it directly. I mean, that's kind of what you're looking for in good dialogue. For example, the thing that jumps to mind is the end of The Rogue Prince, which was season 1, episode 2 of House of the Dragons, where Otto Hightower basically tells all of the guards that he took with him to Dragonstone to take Rhaenyra and put her back on her dragon. Instead of directly threatening them and say, look, if you do that, I'm going to have my dragon totally fucking destroy you. My dragon's going to eat your ass. He says, be careful, because Cyrax is awfully protective of me. It's nice. It's a subtle thing. It's a difference that you get in dialogue where she's talking about Cyrax and she's communicating something else. It's not entirely different. It's related to Cyrax, but what she's communicating is, if you even lay a finger on me, you're dead, right? So don't even try it. I mean, it's big ballin' right there. And that is the kind of amazing dialogue that we see in House of the Dragon all the time. Okay, I can't say enough about it. This is turning into a review for House of the Dragon. Rings of Power is crap in my opinion. I'm glad I didn't watch it, but again, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you watch it? What did you think of it? Did you make it all the way through the season even? And what did you think of House of the Dragons? Did you watch that? Did you make it through that season? Compare and contrast. Let me know. In the meantime, you want to continue to support the channel and smash the narrative the way, unfortunately, Aemon and Vhagar absolutely smashed Lucerys and Arax, then please click the like, share, and subscribe buttons. We're currently pushing for 1,000 subscribers. Every subscription counts, so if you're enjoying the content, please do subscribe. Additionally, if you want to support the channel, you can join our Patreon, links in the description below, for access to exclusive content. That's all I have for now, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.